20 train travel features that history left behind. Welcome to Who Remembers. Ever wonder what it was really like to travel by train back in the day? Forget cramped seats and delayed flights. We're talking luxurious lounges, onboard chefs, and the rhythmic clickety-clack of the rails. Train travel used to be an experience, an adventure in itself. Join us as we explore 20 fascinating features of train travel that have vanished into the mists of time. From the essential to the extravagant, these forgotten relics reveal a bygone era of elegance, ingenuity, and a whole different way of seeing the world. All aboard. Number 1. Steam engines. Let's journey back to the golden age of steam, a time when mighty locomotives ruled the rails. These iron horses, with their billowing smoke and rhythmic chugging, weren't just machines, they were symbols of progress and adventure. Imagine the scene: a massive steam engine, like the legendary Union Pacific Big Boy, thundering across the American landscape, hauling a seemingly endless string of cars. These behemoths, some of the largest and most powerful locomotives ever built, were the lifeblood of early rail travel, connecting communities and fueling economic growth. The magic behind these powerful engines was simple yet ingenious: burning coal-heated water, creating steam that drove pistons and turned the wheels. This transformative power, harnessed from basic elements, propelled America forward. But steam engines weren't without their quirks. They required constant maintenance, demanding the skill and dedication of engineers and firemen. The rhythmic hiss of steam, the clang of metal, and the roar of the engine were all part of their unique character. By the mid-20th century, the reign of steam began to wane, giving way to the more efficient diesel engine. However, the romance of steam never truly faded. The nostalgic appeal of these magnificent machines continues to captivate. Today, rail enthusiasts and history buffs seek out opportunities to experience the sights and sounds of a bygone era. Places like the Strasburg Railroad in Pennsylvania keep the spirit of steam alive, offering a glimpse into a time when these powerful engines ruled the rails. Number 2. Wood-paneled interiors. Step aboard a vintage train car, and you're instantly transported to a more elegant era. The rich, warm glow of wood paneling greets you, creating an atmosphere of timeless luxury. Imagine yourself settling into a plush seat, surrounded by the polished sheen of mahogany, oak, or walnut. These weren't just train cars, they were traveling parlors, reminiscent of upscale hotels or private clubs. Craftsmanship was paramount. Intricate carvings, detailed moldings, and gleaming finishes showcased the artistry of the time. Every detail, from the ornate light fixtures to the brass hardware, contributed to a sense of refined elegance. The wood paneling wasn't just aesthetically pleasing, it served a practical purpose too. It acted as insulation, muffling the noise of the journey and creating a more comfortable environment for passengers, especially during long trips. This attention to detail and passenger comfort was a hallmark of early train travel. As the mid-20th century approached, tastes changed, and so did train interiors. More modern materials like stainless steel and plastic gained popularity, offering durability and ease of maintenance. However, the allure of wood-paneled interiors never truly faded. Today, many restored vintage trains proudly display their original woodwork, offering a glimpse into the golden age of rail travel. These meticulously preserved cars are more than just museums on wheels. They're living testaments to a time when train travel was not just a means of transportation, but an experience in itself. Number 3. Porters. These dedicated professionals were essential to the passenger experience, especially in the heyday of luxury train travel. Dressed in their crisp uniforms, they were the epitome of service and hospitality. Imagine boarding a train, your luggage whisked away by a porter, your every need anticipated. These individuals were far more than just baggage handlers. They were attendants, concierges, and even guides. They made up beds in the sleeper cars, ensured passenger comfort, and attended to every detail, large or small. The work was demanding, requiring long hours and unwavering dedication. Yet, the porters consistently delivered exceptional service, becoming synonymous with the luxury train experience. For many African Americans, particularly during the era of segregation, becoming a Pullman porter was a vital source of employment and a path to a better life. The Pullman Company was one of the largest employers of African Americans, and the porter position offered stability and respect in a society rife with discrimination. These men were not only providing exceptional service to passengers, they were also breaking barriers and paving the way for future generations. Their dedication and professionalism didn't go unnoticed. Passengers often remembered their porters fondly, recalling their helpfulness and extensive knowledge of the routes. They weren't just employees, they were part of the journey, adding a personal touch to the travel experience. The porter's impact extended beyond individual service. In 1925, they formed the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters, a landmark achievement. This union became the first African American labor union to be recognized by a major U.S. corporation, marking a significant victory in the fight for labor rights and equality. Number 4. Art Deco Trains. All aboard for a journey back to the stylish era of Art Deco trains. These streamlined beauties weren't just transportation, they were rolling works of art, embodying the glamour and optimism of the 1930s and 40s. Imagine sleek lines, bold colors, and geometric patterns, all reflecting the distinctive Art Deco style that permeated design during that period. Even stationary, these locomotives looked like they were ready to race into the future. Their streamlined forms hinted at speed and innovation, capturing the spirit of a rapidly changing world. But the elegance didn't stop at the exterior. Step inside, and you'd find yourself in a world of polished wood, gleaming chrome, and sparkling glass. These luxurious interiors, reminiscent of high-end hotels or sophisticated lounges, offered passengers a glamorous travel experience. Think fine dining, comfortable sleeping compartments, an observation lounge where you could soak in the passing scenery and style. Iconic trains like the 20th Century Limited and the Super Chief catered to the elite, offering unparalleled service and a taste of the high life. These trains weren't just about getting from point A to point B, they were about making a statement. They represented the epitome of luxury travel, a symbol of success and sophistication. Interestingly, the 20th Century Limited's famous red carpet boarding tradition is where we get the modern phrase rolling out the red carpet. This small detail speaks volumes about the train's cultural impact and its association with VIP treatment. Number 5. Ticket punches. This seemingly simple tool played a crucial role in the days of paper tickets, serving as a symbol of authority and a tangible record of a passenger's journey. Imagine a conductor, crisply uniformed, making their way through the train car. "Tickets, please," they'd call out, collecting the small cardboard rectangles that represented passage and belonging. With a practiced hand, they'd use their unique punch to mark the ticket, a distinctive snip that signified a paid fare and a validated journey. Each punch was different, often featuring a unique shape or pattern. This wasn't just about marking a ticket, it was about creating a record, a miniature piece of history. Passengers often kept their punched tickets as souvenirs, tangible reminders of their travels. These small pieces of cardboard became mementos, each punch hole telling a story of a journey undertaken. The practice of ticket punching not only ensured accountability and prevented fraud, but it also added a personal touch to the train travel experience. It was a ritual, a moment of interaction between passenger and conductor that reinforced the sense of community and shared experience on board. Interestingly, some conductors even collected different punch designs, turning this practical tool into an unofficial art form among railroad workers. This fascinating detail reveals the human element behind the job, showcasing the pride and creativity of those who kept the trains running. While digital ticketing has largely replaced the need for physical tickets and punches, the image of the conductor with their punch remains a powerful symbol of train travel's past. Do you have any personal memories or stories related to these vanished train features? I'd love to hear them below. Number 6. Railway post offices or RPOs. For much of the 20th century, trains weren't just transporting passengers, they were vital arteries in the nation's mail delivery system. Imagine dedicated mail cars attached to passenger trains, bustling with activity, even as the trains sped along the tracks. Inside these rolling post offices, postal workers performed a remarkable feat of organization and efficiency. They sorted letters and packages by hand, a flurry of activity amidst the rhythmic clatter of the train. These RPO cars were ingeniously designed, equipped with sorting racks, mail slots, and bins to facilitate the complex task of processing mail on the move. It was a mobile assembly line, ensuring that mail reached its destination quickly and efficiently. The RPO system was a marvel of logistics. Trains could cover vast distances rapidly, making them ideal for transporting mail across the country. RPOs were often featured on the most important train routes, including legendary trains like the 20th Century Limited, further highlighting their importance in the national infrastructure. At its peak, the RPO system employed over 10,000 postal workers, sorting mail along more than 9,000 routes. This vast network kept the country connected, delivering correspondence, packages, and news to communities across the nation. However, as air travel and trucking became more prevalent and cost-effective, the role of trains in mail delivery began to diminish. By 1977, the last RPO car made its final run, marking the end of an era. Number 7. Observation cars. Imagine yourself gliding through the majestic Rocky Mountains or along the breathtaking Pacific coast, all while comfortably seated inside a train. This was the promise of the observation car, a unique feature of train travel designed to maximize the scenic experience. These specialized cars, often positioned at the rear of the train, offered passengers unparalleled panoramic views. Large windows framed the passing landscapes, and some even boasted glass domes on the roof, providing an even more immersive perspective. Introduced in the early 1900s, observation cars quickly became a popular addition to scenic train routes. They were designed for sightseeing and relaxation, offering comfortable seating in open lounge areas where travelers could socialize and enjoy the ever-changing scenery without leaving their seats. Picture yourself settling into a plush armchair, a drink from the onboard bar service in hand, as the world unfolds outside your window. It was a unique blend of comfort and adventure, a chance to connect with the landscape in a truly immersive way. The observation car wasn't just about the view, it was also a social hub. Passengers could mingle, share stories, and forge connections against the backdrop of stunning scenery. This social aspect added another layer to the travel experience, creating a sense of camaraderie among fellow travelers. While observation cars are less common today due to higher operating costs, their legacy lives on. Amtrak, for example, still offers its Superliner Sightseer lounge car, allowing passengers to experience the magic of panoramic train travel. These modern observation cars offer a glimpse into the golden age of rail, when the journey itself was as important as the destination. Number 8. The Telegraph. This ingenious system, using the seemingly simple language of dots and dashes known as Morse code, was the nervous system of the railway, connecting stations and coordinating the complex dance of train traffic across the country. Imagine telegraph lines running alongside the tracks, a constant companion to the steel rails. These lines were the information highway of their time, carrying vital messages between stations, dispatchers, and train crews. Operators skilled in the art of Morse code could quickly relay information about train schedules, departures, arrivals, and any potential delays. This real-time communication was crucial for maintaining efficiency and preventing accidents. In a time when a single misunderstanding could lead to disaster, the telegraph was a lifeline, ensuring that everyone was on the same page. It facilitated communication not only within a single railroad company, but also between different companies, allowing for seamless coordination of train movements across the entire network. The completion of the first transcontinental telegraph line in 1861 was a monumental achievement, further solidifying the telegraphs to the railroad industry. This coast-to-coast connection revolutionized communication, enabling near instantaneous exchange of information across vast distances. While the telegraph might seem like a relic of the past, its impact on the development of the railroad industry cannot be overstated. It was the precursor to modern communication systems, laying the groundwork for the technologies we rely on today. Number 9. Smoking cars. Step back in time to the mid-20th century, and you'll find a very different picture of train travel. Smoking, far from being taboo, was not only permitted but was a common part of the experience. Many trains featured designated smoking cars, social hubs where passengers could light up a cigarette, cigar, or pipe and enjoy the camaraderie of fellow smokers. These cars, often located towards the rear of the train, served as dedicated spaces for those who wished to indulge, ensuring that non-smoking passengers could enjoy a smoke-free environment. Smoking cars often had a more casual atmosphere compared to other parts of the train. Think comfortable seating, ashtrays readily available, and ventilation systems designed to manage the haze of smoke. They were social spaces, places where conversations sparked, stories were shared, and connections were made amidst the swirling clouds. As the decades progressed, however, societal attitudes towards smoking began to evolve. The health risks associated with smoking became increasingly apparent, and public opinion shifted. What was once considered a normal part of life gradually became viewed as a health hazard. This shift in perception had a direct impact on train travel. Smoking cars, once a staple of the train experience, began to disappear. By the 1990s, most American trains had banned smoking altogether, reflecting the changing times and prioritizing the health and comfort of all passengers. Number 10. Railroad signal towers. Imagine a tall, imposing structure standing watch over the railway, a silent guardian of the tracks. This was the railroad signal tower, a vital component of early train traffic management. These towers, often constructed of wood or brick, housed the operators who held the responsibility of keeping the trains moving safely and efficiently. Before the age of computers and automated systems, these operators relied on hand-cranked levers, intricate mechanisms that controlled the signals and track switches. It was a demanding job, requiring constant vigilance and a deep understanding of the railway network. The signal towers were strategically placed at key points along the line, such as junctions and busy stations, where the potential for collisions or delays was highest. From their perch high above the tracks, the operators had a clear view of the rail traffic, meticulously directing the movement of trains through their section of the line. They were the traffic controllers of their time, ensuring the smooth flow of trains and preventing accidents. The work was demanding, requiring long hours and unwavering focus. These individuals were the unsung heroes of the railway, their dedication and skill essential to the safe and efficient operation of the entire system. As technology advanced, automated systems began to replace the manual operations of the signal towers. While these advancements improved efficiency and safety, they also marked the end of an era for the signal operators and their iconic towers. What do you think is the biggest difference between train travel today and in the past? Let's discuss. Number 11. Dining cars with full-service meals. Imagine yourself settling into a plush booth, a crisp white linen tablecloth before you, gleaming silverware reflecting the soft light. This wasn't just a meal, it was an experience. Onboard chefs, masters of their craft, prepared multi-course meals that rivaled those of the finest restaurants. Fresh ingredients were transformed into culinary masterpieces, from succulent steaks and fresh seafood to freshly baked bread and decadent desserts. Wine flowed freely, and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the air. The rhythmic clatter of the train on the tracks provided a unique backdrop to this elegant dining experience. As the landscape unfolded outside the window, passengers savored each bite, enjoying not just the food but also the unique ambience of the dining car. It was a social hub, a place where conversations flowed as easily as the wine, and strangers became friends over shared meals. More than just sustenance, dining in a train car was about creating memories. It was about the shared experience, the elegant atmosphere, and the simple pleasure of enjoying a delicious meal while watching the world go by. It was a ritual, a tradition that elevated train travel from a mere mode of transportation to a truly memorable experience. While the heyday of the full-service dining car may be in the past, the romance of that era continues to capture our imaginations. It represents a time when train travel was not just about reaching a destination, but about savoring the journey itself, one delicious bite at a time. Number 12. Pullman sleeping cars. The Pullman company revolutionized train travel by introducing these luxurious sleeping cars, transforming the train into a rolling hotel. Picture yourself stepping into a richly appointed Pullman car, the epitome of elegance and comfort. By day, you relax in plush, spacious seating, enjoying the passing scenery. As night falls, your seat magically transforms into a cozy bed, complete with fresh linens and soft pillows, inviting you to drift off to sleep to the gentle rocking of the train. But the Pullman experience was more than just a comfortable bed. It was about unparalleled service. Dedicated porters were on hand around the clock, attending to every need. They transformed the seating area into sleeping berths each evening, ensuring a restful night's sleep. In the morning, they served breakfast, ensuring passengers started their day refreshed and ready to explore. For those seeking even greater privacy, some Pullman cars offered private rooms within suite facilities, providing a level of luxury unmatched by other forms of travel at the time. The Pullman experience wasn't just about getting from point A to point B, it was about enjoying the journey itself. It was about indulging in the finer things, experiencing the personalized service, and savoring the romance of train travel. Number 13. Baggage cars. These dedicated cars, often positioned near the front of the train, played a vital role in facilitating long-distance journeys, especially in the days before lightweight luggage and strict baggage allowances. Imagine a time when traveling light wasn't a necessity. Passengers could bring along a substantial amount of luggage, from suitcases and trunks to larger items like bicycle, musical instruments, and even, on occasion, live animals. The baggage car was the solution, providing a secure and dedicated space for all these belongings. Unlike today's overhead bins and limited under-seat storage, the baggage car offered ample space, allowing passengers to travel with everything they needed, and perhaps a few extras as well. A team of skilled baggage handlers ensured the smooth and efficient handling of all these items. They were responsible for loading and unloading the luggage at each stop, ensuring that everything arrived safely at its intended destination. This system not only kept passenger areas clutter-free and comfortable, but also allowed for a much more relaxed and enjoyable travel experience. Passengers could simply hand over their luggage at the start of their journey, knowing it would be waiting for them at the other end. This convenience was a significant advantage, especially for families or those traveling with bulky items. While modern train travel often involves stricter baggage restrictions, the legacy of the baggage car reminds us of a time when journeys were less constrained by luggage limitations. Number 14. Ladies' lounges. These dedicated compartments offered women a haven of privacy and comfort during long journeys, reflecting the social norms and expectations of the era. Imagine a beautifully furnished space, separate from the bustling general passenger cars. Plush cushioned seating invited relaxation, while vanity mirrors provided a place to freshen up. Some lounges even included a dedicated restroom, adding to the convenience and privacy. These lounges were more than just a place to rest, they were a sanctuary. They offered women a retreat from the often crowded and less private general passenger cars, allowing them to relax, socialize with other women, or simply enjoy a moment of quiet solitude. In an era when societal norms placed a high value on privacy and modesty for women, the ladies' lounge was a welcome amenity. It made long-distance train travel more comfortable and refined, catering to the specific needs and expectations of female passengers. These spaces were designed with elegance and comfort in mind, often featuring tasteful decor and thoughtful amenities. They provided a sense of exclusivity and respite, allowing women to travel with greater ease and dignity. While the dedicated ladies' lounge may no longer be a common feature of modern train travel, its existence speaks volumes about the evolving social landscape and the efforts made to cater to the specific needs of different passenger groups. Number 15. Manual signal flags. Before the advent of sophisticated signaling systems, train crews relied on a simple yet effective method of communication: manual signal flags. These flags, each color carrying a specific meaning, were essential for ensuring the safe and efficient movement of trains. Imagine a train crew member, perched on the back of the train or standing trackside, wielding a brightly colored flag. A wave of red meant stop, a flash of green signaled proceed, and a vibrant yellow conveyed caution. These simple visual cues were the lifeblood of railway communication, allowing crews to communicate across distances and in situations where verbal communication was impossible. Train crews had to be constantly vigilant, their eyes scanning the tracks for signals from other trains or railway workers. They needed to be quick and accurate in their flag waving, ensuring that their messages were clearly understood. This manual system required skill, precision, and unwavering attention, as a misinterpretation of a signal could have serious consequences. While seemingly simple, this system of flag-based communication was remarkably effective, keeping trains running safely and smoothly for many years. However, as technology advanced, automated signaling systems replaced the manual flags, offering greater reliability and efficiency. Though the era of manual signal flags has passed, it remains a fascinating chapter in railway history. These colorful flags, once vital tools of communication, now serve as a reminder of the ingenuity and resourcefulness of early railway workers and the evolution of safety and signaling technology on the rails. They represent a more human-centric approach to railway operations, a time when the safety of the trains rested in the hands and watchful eyes of those who waved the flags. Comment one if you enjoyed the content above, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to follow our videos. Thank you. Number 16. Railway dining clubs. Let's delve into a little-known luxury of the golden age of train travel, the Railway Dining Club. These exclusive memberships catered to the discerning traveler who appreciated the finer things in life, especially when it came to dining on the rails. Imagine a time when train travel wasn't just about getting from A to B, but about enjoying the journey itself, particularly the culinary experience. Railway dining clubs offered frequent train diners a range of perks and privileges, elevating their onboard dining experience to a new level. Members enjoyed priority reservations in the dining car, ensuring they always had a coveted table with a view. Special menu options, often featuring gourmet dishes not available to other passengers, tantalized their taste buds. Personalized service from the dining car staff added a touch of exclusivity, making members feel like valued guests. Beyond the dining car, membership often included discounts on meals, access to exclusive railway-sponsored events, and other perks that enhanced the overall travel experience. These clubs fostered a sense of community among frequent travelers, creating a network of like-minded individuals who appreciated the finer things in life. They also reinforced the image of train travel as a luxurious and sophisticated mode of transportation. As air travel gained popularity and train travel declined, these exclusive dining clubs gradually faded into history. Number 17. Railway Timetables in newspapers. Let's take a trip back in time to an era before smartphones and instant online access, when planning a train journey meant consulting a trusted source, the newspaper. Printed railway timetables were a staple feature in newspapers, both local and national, providing essential information for anyone planning to travel by rail. Imagine unfolding the newspaper and turning to the dedicated section filled with rows and columns of train schedules. These timetables were more than just lists of times. They were gateways to adventure, connecting communities and enabling travel across the country. They provided detailed information on departure and arrival times, routes, connecting trains, and other essential details that allowed passengers to plan their journeys with precision. Having these schedules readily available in newspapers ensured that travelers could stay informed about changes, plan connections, and arrive at their destinations on time. The prominence of railway timetables in newspapers underscored the importance of train travel in daily life. Trains were the primary mode of long-distance transportation for many, and the readily available schedules reflected their integral role in connecting communities and facilitating commerce. As technology advanced and the internet became ubiquitous, the need for printed timetables diminished. Real-time digital updates, accessible through websites and mobile apps, offered greater convenience and flexibility. Number 18. Bulletin boards in train stations. These large, manually operated boards were the central nervous system of the station, providing passengers with real-time information about arrivals, departures, delays, platform changes, and any other crucial updates. Imagine a station employee meticulously updating the board, flipping the split flap letters and numbers to reflect the latest information. This manual process, while not instantaneous, was essential for keeping passengers informed and ensuring the smooth flow of travelers through the station. The bulletin board was more than just a source of information. It was a focal point, a gathering place where anxious eyes scanned for updates, and sighs of relief or groans of frustration rippled through the crowd. It was a tangible representation of the dynamic nature of train travel, where schedules could shift and plans could change in an instant. As technology advanced, electronic displays and digital updates replaced the manual bulletin boards, offering faster, more accurate, and more dynamic information delivery. Number 19. Hat racks above the seats. These seemingly simple overhead compartments, located above the seats, were once a ubiquitous feature in train carriages, reflecting the fashion and travel habits of a bygone era. Imagine a train car filled with passengers, each with their hat neatly placed on the rack above their seat. These racks weren't just for hats, they also accommodated coats, small bags, and other personal items, keeping the aisle clear and belongings within easy reach. In a time when hats were a common fashion accessory, the hat rack was an essential amenity, ensuring that these often expensive items remained safe and undamaged during the journey. It was a small detail that added to the overall comfort and convenience of train travel. As hats fell out of fashion and train designs evolved, the dedicated hat rack became less common. Overhead luggage compartments, designed to accommodate larger bags and suitcases, gradually replaced the specialized hat racks. While more versatile, these larger compartments lacked the specific charm and historical significance of the dedicated hat rack. Today, the sight of a neatly placed hat on a rack above a passenger's seat is a rare sight, a nostalgic reminder of a time when train travel was often accompanied by a certain formality and attention to detail. Number 20. Communal sleeping berths. Let's take a glimpse into the past of sleeper train travel, a time when privacy was a luxury and shared sleeping spaces were the norm. In the early days of sleeper trains, communal berths were the standard arrangement. Imagine a train car filled with rows of bunks or fold-down beds, a shared sleeping space where passengers settled in for the night. While curtains or partitions sometimes offered a modicum of privacy, the overall atmosphere was one of communal living. These shared compartments weren't about luxury, they were about practicality and affordability. They provided a way for travelers to cover long distances overnight without the expense of a private room. While lacking in privacy, these communal sleeping arrangements fostered a sense of camaraderie among passengers. Shared experiences, late-night conversations, and the gentle rocking of the train created a unique bond among those sharing the same sleeping car. As train travel evolved and passenger expectations shifted, private cabins became more prevalent. The demand for greater comfort and privacy led to the gradual disappearance of the communal berth system. Today, most sleeper trains offer enclosed rooms or compartments, providing a more private and comfortable sleeping experience. So there you have it, 20 glimpses into the fascinating past of train travel. From the clatter of coal-fired engines to the click of the ticket punch, these vanished features tell a story of a bygone era. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to check out other videos in this series. And don't forget to subscribe and share Who Remembers with a fellow history buff. Thanks for watching, and until next time, safe travels.